Come with us where the corn is popped and the throwback Thursdays never stop. It's a magical land not far away. All you have to do is just press play.
So,
hop on the couch and close your eyes. Gonna party like it's 99. Join us, watch the movies of our lives with Blockbuster Wives.
welcome to Blockbuster Wives, where your two favorite 90s babies talk about movies from the era of a certain blue and yellow video rental store. I'm your host with the most late fees, Shea Baby.
And this is Stacy, not always kind, but always rewinds. And you're listening to Blockbuster Wives.
Ow.
Holiday Christmas edition.
You know what it is when we back up in this thing. We're about to come at you with another movie, yeah.
I love these improv singing intros. They're pretty freaking great.
Well, I feel real sing-songy for this episode specifically.
And this is coming out only a few days before Christmas. We're in the thick of it, baby.
For all those who celebrate, are you excited?
You should be.
As you should be.
Even though Christmas is on a Monday this year.
Yikes.
Rude.
Ew, wait, I didn't even think about that. I wonder if I have... I'm sure I have that off. I wonder if I have the next day off, too. That sucks.
I do. I hope you do.
I hope I do, too. Boxing Day.
That's what it's called in Canada and Britain.
What is it called here? Is it called anything?
Huh?
What is it called here?
I don't think we have it.
Really?
I don't think Americans recognize such a day.
Stupid.
And why is it called Boxing Day? Is it because you're boxing up all your gifts?
Yeah, it has something to do with that. I think it was like... I think it has something to do with charity. Like, you would take, all your unused toys or something, and you'd box them up and go... It's something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure. I believe that's what it is. Like, it was a day of giving after Christmas.
Got it. That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I have no idea. I think that's the reason why. I'm pretty sure.
No, that checks out.
Yeah, I think so. But,
No.
Anyway, this movie today is called A Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, there is a big debate going on whether this is a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie. I honestly couldn't tell you. But
I think it's halves and halvesies. We've
so,
selected it for Christmas this year, but it could have been a Halloween pick.
I was going to say, I watched it for Halloween, but I also would watch it for Christmas, and I couldn't tell you which one I kind of lean more towards. I think they're equally both. I think that's the best part about it.
Yeah, I think the on-screen time trends to more Halloween, but the Christmas elements are very strong.
Yeah, and I was going to say, even in the Christmas element, there is still a lot of Halloween business that's going, weaving in and out, and vice versa. So I think it's hard to kind of say, but a lot of people, I think people have the most opinions about our Halloween movies selection and our Christmas movie selection.
I mean, it makes sense. They're emotionally charged.
Yeah, that's true. People start acting real sus around this time.
Big feelings. Shay and I were actually just talking about this.
Yes.
You could see a lot of holiday regression amongst your friends and family.
Yeah.
Where they're going back to old patterns, old insecurities. They're stressed.
What have you. And I get it, because it is it shouldn't be so stressful, but it is. We've put a lot because of, I was going to say corporate bullshit, LOL. But because of capitalist bullshit, we do put a lot of emphasis on, the money that you spend and, how much are you providing in that way and blah, blah, blah. But, really it is about, being grateful for, what you have and, showing... being generous, I suppose, but it doesn't even have to be with, monetary gifts, I think it's more about, the gift of, presents, but presents, the presents.
My present is a present, kiss my ass.
Exactly.
Type of present.
Exactly. I think that's what it ultimately comes down to is the time you spend with people that you really love. In whatever way that is,
So if you're feeling stressed, that's okay. We get it. If you're feeling holly jolly, that's great.
We hope that that's how you're feeling. And if not, just listen to more of our episodes, honestly.
Go back to last year. We had a great lineup last year as well.
Ooh, oh my God, I can't believe we're almost at the era where I smash us all together. All the voice clips.
Oh, yeah.
I've done 2 years in a row now. Or not 2 years in a row now. When did I do it? Oh, every 6 months. Is that what I did?
I don't know. I thought you only did it once.
No, I did it twice.
Oh.
I did. The first time was all the episodes from the first year. I did it on New Year. And then the second time, when did I really? Oh my God. I'm going to have to look that up again. But anyways. Well, no, I guess it would have been, I don't even know. Well, when we started our like new season, quote unquote, was the last time I did it. So I think that was like May or something. I don't know.
Got it.
Either way, it's about to be that time again where I mash up all our episodes, all our favorite voice clips. Anyway.
We should definitely do that. It's a lot of work, I know. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because my dog is barking, and I'm like, what is she barking at now? It might be an Amazon package, which is always great. It's something boring. What is it? No, actually, it's not something boring. I got hair curlers that I'm excited to try. They're just the kind that you, like, wrap up and do, like, a little pin. They're not, like, hot or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to try and blast them with the hair dryer and see what happens.
I bet it'll be gorge.
I hope so.
It'll be very, like, 70s, 80s, just Farrah Fawcett realness.
I've not had a great track record with rollers. I've only tried them, I've probably only tried them, like, 3 times in my entire life.
Yeah.
And each time it's been a fucking mess.
Oh, no.
But I feel like I never really gave it a chance.
Yeah.
I never really, like, perfected the craft. I kind of just did my own thing.
Yeah.
But it's been a while, and I'm thinking, like, maybe I should actually watch, like, a tutorial.
I was
or,
gonna
like,
say, I think now,
try to understand how they work instead of just being, like, dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I feel like now there's more media to, like, give us instruction on it, whereas before it was, like, Wild Wild West.
Yeah,
like,
go with God. Good luck. Here's some hot rollers.
Yeah.
Put them on your dome.
I only use rollers personally because I only have a couple of them, but I do use them for my bangs for certain, like, looks. And I find when I do that, I get so many compliments. So I need to start doing that more, actually.
Yeah. Do you have hot rollers or just, like, the kind I have where you
They're
just
the
kind of just
They're the kind you have. And I also don't have a hairdryer anymore because mine literally basically exploded a couple months ago. Do you remember that? I think I told you about that.
No, but like fire exploded?
It didn't. It's hard to explain. I like plugged it in and I pressed I pressed up so it would go and it just went like made a giant sound and I got really fucking scared. And so I just like unplugged it and then I was like, and I just threw it out because I was like, I can't have a fire situation happen. It was very scary.
That's really scary.
And my hair smelled like it was burning. So I think maybe there was like a little.
Oh no, it probably fucking was.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. It went so fast that I didn't really like clock it, but I was just like, yeah, I'm throwing you away immediately.
So now you know what to get Shea for Christmas, everybody. This has been a long,
but you know what? I don't
way.
even use hair dryers that much, I guess. So it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I just use like almost like the Velcro ones. You just like roll it up. I don't even pin it. My hair just stays in. And I just like go about my business.
Oh, about your biz. Let the dome heat do it, which I hear is like a thing.
Mm-hmm. I do my whole makeup, and I figure out what I'm wearing, and I like chill for a while, and then I take them out.
Oh.
So.
And you put them in dry or like damp?
Damp.
Or damp, okay.
Damp for show. The rest of my hair takes a long time to get dry, but like my bangs, because they're thinner and like have more layers and stuff, it's easier for them to dry.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm excited for these hot tips. I hope that's what arrived at the door.
I'm sure it'll be gorge.
I do love like presents and getting presents and getting presents. Yeah. It's kind of materialistic.
Stacey's a great gift giver.
I like it. It's fun.
She's a great gift giver, y'all. I have to say. I feel like the best gifts that I give are usually more like events type things. Like, I'm taking us to this concert, or I did a scavenger hunt, or like whatever. But
or a favorite dish or a cocktail.
You know, I try a little flower, you know, every once in a while. Whatever, you know. I do my best, but Stacey's the goat, I gotta say. Are we ready for some corporate bullshit?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this, baby.
I can't wait to learn fun facts about this iconic film.
So good. Okay, here we go.
Corporate bullshit. Some bullshit.
This week's corporate bullshit is brought to you by Skintegrity. Skintegrity is a love child of London the SD, who got her start in the spa industry in 2010, starting as a concierge and eventually getting promoted to management. Since becoming licensed in 2015, she's worked at 5-star resorts on the Las Vegas Strip and now runs her very own studio, Skintegrity.
London is driven by results and 5-star customer experience. We both can personally attest to London's angel hands and true expertise in all things skincare.
When I was going to get married and wanted my skin looking right, London designed a treatment package that addressed all my concerns and made me a glowing bride.
She has also given me a few facials in my day, and not only is she so focused on your experience while you're with her, but she also asks intentional questions and genuinely wants to understand your overall health and wellness outside of her studio. You can find London on Insta at LondonTheSD or skintegritynow.com. Mention Blockbuster-wise, and your first facial will be $105. That's over a 10% savings by mentioning the pod.
Plus, you can mention Blockbuster Wives to get a facial for only $50 on Mondays with London's Apprentice Diamond. I've also gotten a facial from Diamond, and it was dynamite.
Again, the name is Skintegrity, and be sure to mention the pod.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. The Nightmare Before Christmas, also known as Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I did catch that when you look it up on Disney Plus. The title is literally Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Is that how it was like on the marquees in theaters? Wow.
I think
He's
so.
like, you all will fucking know. Was he even that famous at this point?
Like when it first came out?
Yeah. Because this is pretty early.
Yeah, I don't think it was like that crazy. Well, we'll hop into it. So it's a 93 American stop-motion animated musical dark fantasy film. So it was directed, actually, this is where people get it twisted, okay? A lot of people think Tim Burton directed it, but he didn't. It was directed by Henry Selick, who also did James and the Giant Peach.
Makes sense.
Coraline.
All Tim Burton affiliated films, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they worked together. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they both worked for Disney, the animation studio, and that's how they kind of met. And so I think they work in close proximity to each other. But
they're creative partners like you and I.
Exactly. And you know what? Like Johnny Depp and Tim Burton knows the people he wants to work with, and he
squad.
Sticks with these people.
It's like Wes Anderson. He's the same way. He's got his crew, he's got his people.
Adam Sandler.
All the
great successful people, truly, they know their crew, and they're like, these are the people I'm hiring over and over again. Which,
although, have you ever seen all the shit? Sorry, tangent about Adam Sandler universe. Rob Schneider has been on one of being a right-wing lunatic.
Ew, no.
He went on this rant about COVID. He's still clearly very hurt by it, and it is sad because he's like, everyone was wearing masks at my mom's funeral, and it's like, oh, that's sad. But then he's like, even though I was outside and it was optional, but I was still really mad about it. I was like, you can't get mad at people for choosing to wear a mask.
I get that sucks. It probably happened at the worst time.
I know. That's what I was like. I feel bad. He's probably genuinely in pain, but he's manifesting it as being fuck the world. And
yeah, fuck the world for being careful, because sorry, but they also didn't want to get sick.
Yeah.
And you should have been grateful that people were there.
Yeah, and I think he's been saying anti-queer stuff. I would have to fact check that. But yeah, just in general, being a little weirdy. And I'm like, Rob Schneider, what?
Yeah, Rob Schneider. Sandler don't want to work with your ass anymore.
Why now, you know?
It's very weird. Come on, buddy. But I feel like a lot of the time as people are getting older, they just have less, tolerance, as we both talk. We talk about that a lot.
Yeah, no, I can confirm he said some anti-trans stuff lately. I just, come on. You were playing a woman in what's it called?
In Hot Chick. Hot Chick, yeah.
All right.
Literally, you're so fucking dumb. People literally so fucking stupid. Whatever. Anyways, what a loser.
Anyways, back to Tim Burton verse. My bad.
Sucks.
Just had to mention that.
So again, a lot of people think Tim Burton directed it. He didn't. He came up with the concept. He wrote it, but Henry Selick was the one that did direct it, and it was his directional debut. And, of course, the score was provided by Danny Elfman. Legend.
Legendary.
Fucking legendary. He also did the music for, the list goes on, but anything Tim Burton related, basically, you can think of. So he did,
Coraline.
He did, yeah, probably. I know he did the new, Wednesday. He did Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands.
He's all up in there. He also has a band himself called, I think, Oingo Boingo or Oinko Boinko or some shit like that.
That name. I didn't know that.
Very cool.
And he's a little ginger, right?
Yeah. And he has crazy hair. He still looks he's fucking dope. He's covered in tattoos.
Ooh, we like that.
Yeah, he's very cool. He's an older gent now, but he's still redheaded and just he's an oddball, which makes, it makes perfect sense. And he's just a genius. Like, he's a fucking genius. He also was the singing voice of Jack Skellington.
I know. I read that and I was like, he sounds like just like the voice actor.
I know.
Like, I would have never guessed.
I know. You would never guess. You'd think that they were the same, but yeah, no. He killed it. So it was released October 9th, 1993 at the New York Film Festival, and then there was a limited release October 13th in 1993, and then the overall release was October 29th, 1993.
Halloween Eve.
So very fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. So they clearly thought this was a Halloween movie.
Yeah, they were just like, heh, heh. 76 minutes.
What?
Yep.
Whoa.
I know.
Really?
Yep.
It doesn't feel like overly short.
No, it doesn't.
Huh.
But it's like barely over an hour.
Wow.
So
I'm really surprised by that.
It's like beyond a perfect time.
Yeah, wow.
And the budget was $24 million.
Mm-hmm.
Box office was $101.2 million.
Dang, so not the smash hit of Home Alone.
Dude, that blew my fucking mind.
That is still so crazy. But not the epic failure of Jack Frost, but still a banger.
Did great. Like 4 times the budge, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They fucking killed it, baby. And yeah, I wrote a little bit about... So, okay. A poem was written by Tim Burton in 1982 when he was working as an animator at Walt Disney Productions. That was what this whole movie is all about.
Interesting. He's a poet, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess he wrote the poem first, and then that's what this whole movie was based on. And because of the success of Vincent, which I believe is like a short film or something like that he wrote, he was like, okay, I think I want to consider this like Nightmare Before Christmas. I want it to be either like a short or I want it to be like a half-hour television special. Didn't work out for him. So over the course of like, almost 10 years, he kept thinking back to that project because he knew it was going to be good. He knew that he wanted to release it, whatever. So he made a deal with Disney Studios to release a whole movie. And then production started July 1991 in San Francisco, and Disney released the film through Touchstone Pictures label because they thought it would be too scary for kids to be deemed as like a Disney production.
Interesting. Which now like Disney owns that shit and they move that merch like no one's business.
Oh yeah, because they know what the fuck is that. They know that they're making money from this shit hardcore. So yeah, we could go over Roger Ebert's first. So Roger Ebert deemed it...
Oh, I just want to say, did you get into starring yet?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to add. So Catherine O'Hara plays Sally, but the person who plays Jack Skellington is Prince Humperdinck from Princess Bride, which is a movie that I am obsessed with.
Oh, shit.
And
they're playing that at Snappy's right now.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, this was in the past, y'all.
Oh, snap.
We're in like a time machine, so it probably still isn't there. But what's his name? Chris Sarandon.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if he's Susan Sarandon. You think they're related?
Oh, I don't know. Let's look it up.
Yeah,
But it's Prince Humperdinck.
Oh, yeah. Let me look. Okay, so Chris Sarandon plays Jack, and then Catherine O'Hara plays Sally, who we also mentioned because she was also in Beetlejuice, which we mentioned last time, and also Home Alone. She plays the mom in Home Alone. William Hickey, Ken Page, who plays Oogie Boogie. Paul Rubens, who is...
Pee-wee?
Yeah.
What? Who does he play?
He does a voice of one... I can't believe I didn't go over this list. He plays a voice of one of the 3, like, little kids with the masks.
Oh, very nice. And I can confirm, Chris Sarandon is married to Susan Sarandon.
Boom, okay.
Who is a badass bitch who is always out there fighting the good fight.
She's a fucking bad bitch. I love her. She is so cool. And obviously he's cool because he married her. So yeah, pretty fucking dope. So Roger Ebert gave it 3.5 stars.
Damn.
High. Damn. Really high rating.
Isn't that what he gave Shrek, I believe?
Yeah.
I don't think he went to 4-star territory, but I think he gave it 3.5.
I think so too. And I just like did a little screenshot of some stuff he said, but he said, so he gave it parental advisory. He was like, this movie's PG, maybe because of some Halloween creatures, might be a tad scary for smaller children. This is the kind of movie older kids will eat up. It has the kind of offbeat, submersive energy that tells them wonderful things are likely to happen. As an adult who was not particularly scared by the abduction of Santa, somehow I knew things would turn out all right. I found the movie a feast for the eyes and the imagination, which honestly, such a good way to put it. It was a feast from top to bottom.
And especially at that time, because like I was just looking at Tim Burton's like filmography, and this was pretty early on. So I feel like when this came out, it was like, whoa. Because before this, he did Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which is like a surrealist dream. I love that movie. Beetlejuice. Batman.
Yep.
Edward Scissorhands. Batman Returns, and then produced The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
So none of those are animated.
No. And this is stop motion too, you guys. Like, that is like so much time. They started in 91.
What?
Yeah, wow. July of 91 was when production started.
Cannoli.
So it took them 2 years, most likely, to like finish everything, you know? Like, it got released at the end of 93, so...
For a 76-minute film. It's not even like it's super long.
I've always wanted to make a stop-motion film, but I know it would just be so much time. Like, even just for a short little, like, 5 to 10-minute thing, it would be so much fucking work. So shouts out to all the people that can do that.
Especially back then when they were doing literal film. Now there's like apps where people can do stop motion where you're just like, move it, and then it does it all for you. Not the case in 91.
No. I mean, think about it. It costs millions of dollars to be able to produce that out of clay. Like,
I wonder how big the figures were.
I know that there's like documentaries on it and stuff. I haven't watched any, but it would be cool to go in and watch one. Maybe we could watch one later. But yeah, just, I mean, and it really is a feast. Like, truly, the songs, the fucking, like, the colors, the creatures that you've never seen. Like, some of them you've seen. Like, you've seen a skeleton, you've seen a werewolf, but, like, some of the creatures, you're like, what is this? And then even, like, the Christmas land or, you know, Christmas town is just gorgeous.
Yeah, I want to eat all the snow. It looks scrumptious.
Like, everything it is a feast. Like, he nailed it when he said that. And then Rotten Tomatoes... the critic score was 95%.
Whoa, 95? Is that the highest critic score we've seen?
I think the one after that was like 93 or 94. Wow. So this is, I believe, the highest that we've ever had.
Wow.
And then the audience score was 92.
Whoa.
So maybe overall the highest that we've seen.
Yes, very beloved.
Very beloved, and it still is. Like, people are still watching it all the time for multiple reasons. People are still, like, everywhere I go, there's always a Nightmare Before Christmas t-shirt, sweater, beanie. Like, I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, and I'm sure you saw this, but Tim Burton has been in the news lately because people are like, where's the sequel? Are we ever going to get another Nightmare Before Christmas? And he's like, no, bruh. Yeah. Which I really like.
Yeah, he's not a big believer in sequels.
Yeah, he's like, no, I didn't. And it's like, why? He doesn't need to. It's like you said, it's got such a hold on the culture.
Yeah. Clearly, like, yeah, we do not need another one. However, there is going to be a second Beetlejuice, which I'm very excited about. Are you excited about that?
Yeah, and who's going to be in it? I know Michael Keaton's coming back as Beetlejuice. I know, oh gosh, what's her name? Gorgie from League of Their Own.
Gina Davis?
Gina Davis. I think she's going to have a role in it. Cool. I think Alec Baldwin is also coming back, but is it going to be Jenna Ortega is going to play? Lydia's daughter.
Lydia's daughter. Which is so cool.
And Winona's coming back, right?
Yep.
Wow.
So it's like basically the whole OG cast except for Alec Baldwin, right?
Oh, he's not in it.
Did he pass away?
No, but he did kill somebody.
Oh, that's why.
So I think he's a little
under the radar.
You know, Hollywood doesn't know what to do with him.
Big yikes.
Because it was an accident, but he also did kill somebody.
That's bad news.
It's not good.
But anyway, pretty much everyone is...
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Fun for the whole family, huh? But no, like, yeah, I think pretty much everyone is coming back for that, so that's cool.
Nice.
But it's a big deal for him to do a sequel.
Wow, it is a big deal. You're right. Right.
And he clearly loves Jenna Ortega, who fucking wouldn't, because
she's great.
She's cast as Wednesday as well for the new Wednesday series. Might I say, one of my favorite shows, like a newer show that's come out. I'm not huge on watching new shows for whatever reason. I kind of cling to the stuff that I love, that I'm comfortable with.
The rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
Yeah, I really do. Like, I'm obsessed.
You don't chase those waterfalls.
On some waterfall shit. I watch the same shit over and over again, but this, like, I jumped on it because I just had a feeling about it the day it came out, and I'm so glad that I did because I loved it. But yeah, I'm excited about it. And if I had to give it a synopsis, I I wrote my little own synopsis here. I wrote, Jack Skellington, Halloween's Pumpkin King, has become bored with the same annual routine of frightening people in the real world. When Jack accidentally stumbles on Christmas Town, he gets inspired to take over Christmas by kidnapping Santa and leading the town into a holiday hoobie-wuddy situation. Finds out that the grass is not always greener on the other side.
Wow. Nailed it. That's an amazing synopsis.
Thank you. I tried.
And does it pass the Bechdel test?
That's a big whopping no, because
we're 0 for 3.
some of the only women in the movie don't even have names.
Yeah.
So, like, they're like nameless witches, which is fucked.
Yeah.
And all they do is talk about Jack.
And Sally's just obsessed with Jack.
So, no.
It is funny to see, like, just how few movies from the blockbuster era pass the Bechdel test.
Really, almost none.
Unless they're, like, aggressively about women. It's like, no.
Yeah. And even if it is aggressively about women, some of them...
It's all about the dudes.
It's all about the men that they like or whatever. So, pretty fucked up. But I think it's really good. I'm glad that we're acknowledging it every movie now, and we're making, like, a real effort to talk about it again because it's important.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, like, to really go, like, we're conditioned to only think men are important in our lives and, like, to center men, and that's it. It's crazy.
And even, like, in lady-centered movies, it's like there's often men talking to each other.
About anything else other than women.
But it's, like, wild that there's so few movies where there's a single conversation between named characters who are women about something other than the men.
It's fucking ridiculous. But I'm glad we're covering it even with animated movies.
Yes.
That's so crazy.
About skeletons.
But anyway, that's what I got for corporate bullshit.
Well, that was fantastic.
Thank you. I tried. I did my very best work for you, darling.
Thank you. You killed it.
Thank you.
I did just want to add before we get started that this is the sickest level of the Kingdom Hearts video game.
Okay. I think that's when the witches got names. They did not have names before that video game.
They did justice for the witches.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
So kind of gang.
But it is amazing. For those who don't know, Kingdom Hearts came out in like the early 2000s, and I'm kind of shocked to this day that they did it. But the makers of Final Fantasy and Disney animators got together and did like a joint video game where it's like the main character's clearly a Final Fantasy guy, but he's like literally running around with like Mickey and other Disney characters battling the Heartless. And I was obsessed. Yep. And the first game had like Little Mermaid, Alice in Wonderland, Aladdin, I think, and
Winnie the Pooh, or is that the second one?
I think that might be the second one.
Yeah.
No, Winnie the Pooh's like a weird sub-level that's in both of them.
Oh, okay.
But Nightmare Before Christmas is in the first one. I
have never gone through, and I've heard it's so good.
It's so fun. It's kind of hard, though, because they didn't have story mode at the time, which is like how I like to play all of my video games.
Yeah.
And some of the bosses are like fucking hard, and I died like a million times.
Dude, that game is hard for me. I don't know what it is. Like, for some reason, I can never make it past the Tarzan level.
Tarzan level's tough.
It's hard, and it's only like the second like world or whatever. Yeah. That shit is fucking rough.
Yeah, and I didn't think they did Tarzan World very well. It was kind of boring.
It is boring as fuck.
But the Night Before Christmas Land is really good.
So what makes it so good, obviously?
So you start off like I think what's cool is they fully incorporate other sets in the movie in very detailed ways. Like you start off in the little town square, and that's great because you like go around to the little houses. Yeah. But then you go to like Oogie Boogie's tower, and that's its own thing. And like you go to the graveyard where he sings his final song, and that's like its own little area. Oh my God. And it's just awesome.
That's fucking cool. Can you go into the forest with all the trees or no?
Actually, weirdly, I don't think so. Okay.
Well, still, that's really, really cute.
Yeah, and then you get to run around with Jack. He's like your little assistant. He's in your party. And
is he
like,
so
does
tall?
His little fights. Yeah, and he's like, like all spidery, helping you out.
I want to... You know what I really love doing? I'm not kidding when I say this. I grew up watching my big brother play so many video games. And, like, as an adult, like, I know I have the freedom to play myself, but I really enjoy watching other people play video games. Like, it's still something I really love. Like, Stacy has the Harry Potter video game, and when she first got it, she was like, "Here, play." And I was like, no, because I love watching her play. I love watching people play video games. So
yeah, you're not alone. It's like a whole industry now.
I know, and I feel like people think or for a while people were like, just play, and I'm like, honestly, I just like watching people play. But yeah, I would love to watch you play that part of the video game. That'd be fun.
I'd have to dust off the old PS2. I wonder if I can get it on the new Xbox. Anywhoozle, there probably is also a video on YouTube of somebody going through it, but it is cool.
Well, I might have to look into that tonight because I love watching that and I want to see everything about it. And I doubt that I will ever get to that level, to be perfectly honest. Sure.
They are hard games.
Yeah.
I replayed the first one and I was able to beat it, but then I got the second one and I'm still stuck on this fucking boss.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
It's really hard. And what was the first one was released on PlayStation 1? 2?
The first two were PlayStations. I think PlayStation 2.
Okay. Yeah, because I think the first time I played was on like Xbox or something like that, and I don't really fuck with the whole Xbox controller thing. It's hard to play video games on that for me.
See, I'm an Xbox girly.
See,
I like it.
I was a more PlayStation girl.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit harder for me.
I can't do this. Where's my X and triangles and shit?
Yeah, there's more buttons. Like the controller is more comfortable on Xbox, but
and Kingdom Hearts has the amazing song "When You Walk Away."
You don't hear me say, "Please, oh baby, don't go."
Simple and Clean by some forgot her name. Hatoro Katari.
Hold on, now I have to look it up.
Racist. I'm sorry, everybody.
No, I know it starts with an H.
What's their fucking name?
Wait. Simple and Clean.
Slaps and was one of the best video game intros.
It's
to this
Hikaru Utada.
Okay, I was close.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say, "Please, oh baby, don't go." You guys know what we're talking about.
If you don't, it's a bop.
It's so fucking good. Look it up, and don't look up the original. Look up, there's a remix version, and that's the version that's in the video game. There's so many remixes of it.
So many versions. But
it's
the
hard
one
to
that's
find.
in the video game, and it kicks off the video game, and it's like, oh, wow.
Yeah, you see the world that they're on a tropical island, and
it's beautiful.
You see them getting coconuts and running around in the water. It's so cute.
And then the darkness comes, and you're like, no.
You're like, oh my god. Yeah, it's so good. But anyway, okay. I'm going to watch a tutorial of that shit in a little bit.
You should.
Anyways, okay. So right off the bat, I got to say, music, fucking insane.
Yeah, the opening song. It's just a banger, and it just keeps going.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll say even before the music pops in, there's a voice that says, "It's time you began." And that used to scare the shit out of me as a kid. I hated that voice.
No.
But then the song starts and it's creepy, but it lures you in. It's very Tim Burton.
Something's wrong with Jack.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yes.
Stacy also thought of a good idea for us to rank the songs of the movie. Do you want to do that now or later?
Yes, let's do it now because it really is a musical. Most of the 76-minute runtime is songs. There's 10 songs.
Yeah, Stacey and I talked about this before, and I was like, I don't have that many notes. And she was like, me neither, because a lot of it is just music. Mm-hmm. So, okay, here we go. So let's both go over our number one.
Okay. Jack's Lament.
Me too!
No way!
I swear to God!
It's such a good, moody, beautiful song. And I honestly get the part stuck in my head all the time where it goes, and I, Jack, the Pumpkin King, have grown so tired of the same old thing. It's a great song.
It's bars, and it's so good. It's haunting. It's beautiful. It perfectly represents him. It represents their world. It's so Tim Burton, and it's really so Danny Elfman. It really is so perfect. So that was also my number one.
Wow. Okay, what's your number two?
This is Halloween.
Me too! What? No way!
Wow. Yeah, I love... It is...
Again, perfect encapsulation of the world and, what they're about, what they do.
Yeah, and it really, the strings, I think that... Dum, 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 it's just... It gets you so hooked right away. It's so fucking good.
It's beautiful.
I have a tie for 3.
Oh, interesting.
What's This?
Uh-huh.
And Jack's Obsession.
Okay, this is where we diverge.
Okay.
For 3, for me, was Sally's song.
Okay. Yeah.
And I just love the way that Catherine O'Hara sings it.
Yeah.
She has this little spin on it. You could tell it's her, but it's also very
yeah.
And it's so sad. But I love it.
She does sound really I hate to use the word pathetic. That's not what I mean. I just mean, well, first of all,
wretched.
Yeah.
Really feeling it.
Almost weak, you know? She's weak and she's singing the song. Something else I like is that they didn't overly produce it.
Yes.
it's
she's not
really
like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
exactly. Like, she's not like a fucking opera singer,
Yeah.
which they could easily have done. I'm really glad they
yeah.
didn't, because it just sounds more like earnest and
Yeah, it's not like
believable.
musical theater kid voice.
Right. I think they really nailed it. For my 4, I put Kidnap the Santa Claus. I love that fucking song.
Okay, this is where we're really going to diverge.
Okay.
Because that was my last one.
Okay.
It's my least favorite song.
I understand that.
I think it's because they sound annoying to me. Like, and I'm like, shut it.
That's true. They don't sound pleasant necessarily, but I do like the melody of the song. And I think it's very, like, menacing. And, like, it's just, like...
Yeah, it is like an evil sounding song. Like, these kids are fucked up.
And I like that it's minor. Like, I don't know. There's just things I really like about it. Like, again, I'm thinking in terms of how it, like, hooks me and how it gets stuck in my head. And that song gets stuck in my head every time.
Oh, really? Okay. My 4 was Jack and Sally's song.
Okay.
I think because it's so similar to Jack's Lament.
Yeah.
I like it, like, kind of high.
Yeah, I could see that. My next one after that is Sally's song. I do like it. And let me just be clear. I like all the songs. Like, I do like all of them. It was hard for me to rank them, but I think it's important and it's fun. So Sally's song was next. And then what's next for you?
After that, it's What's This?
Okay.
I think it's, like, solidly in the middle of the pack for me.
Yeah. I did Oogie Boogie song. I like the idea of it, but it never got me. Like,
Yeah, it never got stuck in my head.
no, and it just, like, it's not really, like, I love the bluesy element. Like, I think it's so dope. It's just, like, not something that, like, I would listen to outside of watching the movie.
True. Yeah, that was my number 6, actually. That was my next one.
Yeah, okay. So we're both at the same level. And then my 7th song is Jack and Sally's song because I feel like it's almost like, I love it, but I think it is almost repetitive. It's not my favorite. It's, like, pretty and it makes sense. It's just not, like, my fave, you know?
Okay, me next for 7, I have Poor Old Jack. I was like, this is okay. It is great that he, like, has his redemption song or whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, and that one's my last because it's the least memorable for me. I don't think I know any of the lyrics.
Yeah, and if you don't, it's kind of like an odd name for what the song is. This is a song when after everything goes to shit and he's like realizing like, wait a second, I'm fucking Jack the Pumpkin King and I'm out of my rut and I'm gonna go back to being the fucking boss of Halloween.
Yeah, so it's a cool moment. The song itself just doesn't do anything for me at all.
Yeah.
So those were mine, but because I had a tie. That was my last one.
Okay, so 8 for me is the town meeting song.
Yeah.
It's it doesn't get stuck in my head. I'm not like this is fire.
Yeah.
9 is Jack's Obsession, which is where he's doing the experiments, which is funny because the actual experiments I fucking love and I love that scene. But when he's singing, I'm just like, I'd rather see the experiments.
Yeah.
And then my last one is Kidnap the Santa Claus.
Yeah. Yeah. Kidnap the Santa Claus.
But I love that we both did Jack's Lament and This Is Halloween as our top 2.
Me too. Jack's Lament. I'm surprised that that's your favorite, but I'm glad that we share that.
You know, I always like the emo jams, you know?
Me too, actually. That's really what connects us. Stacy used to make me mix CDs when we were growing up, and they always had emo songs on them.
Emo bangers.
They were so good. But yeah, fucking banger ass. But again, I love the whole soundtrack. I just added it all today because I was just like, dude, it's so fucking good.
Yeah,
Danny
and what do
Elfman.
you think it is about this movie that has such a hold on? I think it's fair to say, in particular, the Hot Topic crowd.
I think it has the right amount of romance and darkness, which our generation specifically was obsessed with that. Just like Helena, My Chemical Romance,
Yeah.
like.
But having a big thought.
Ooh.
Would we be as into that stuff later if it weren't for this fucking movie? Like, did this movie turn us into emo kings and queens?
I think maybe.
It's
I think
possible.
it was a big part of it because when I got introduced to like Hot Topic, the store. Now, okay, I think these two, Hot Topic and Nightmare Before Christmas, have a huge marriage.
True, yin and yang.
I don't think Hot Topic would have been as popular in our era if it wasn't for that movie.
Because they moved merch.
They moved the fucking product, baby.
They sure did.
And yeah, I don't think so.
And I remember thinking I was so validated when the Blink-182 song came out, I Miss You. And there was a line in the song where he goes, live like Jack and Sally if you want. Mm-hmm. You can always find me, and we'll have Halloween on Christmas. I was like, oh my god, Nightmare Before Christmas reference. Yep. Wow.
And in the night, we'll wish this never ends. We'll wish this never ends.
But
yeah,
your time on me, you're already. That's my Blink-182
inside my head.
I miss you, I miss you.
Oh, what? No. But yeah, I think it all like ties together in that period of time. That was like end of like middle school for us when it really started popping off again.
I do wonder if it's like an age thing. Like, I wonder if when it came out, it was immediately popular with like tweens and teens.
Right.
But we were too young.
Way too.
And so we had to like wait to get to our tween and teen stage, and then it exploded. Like, I wonder, are teens and tweens still into this shit? I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah. They have more goth stuff to choose from, I guess. Like you said, like Coraline.
But you know what? Coraline is probably the new age one, because like I feel like people in like Gen Z specifically, and y'all Gen Zers can let us know, but I feel like a lot of Gen Z people are like, you've never seen Coraline? Because I haven't.
Okay, I've seen it.
And I think they're just like, what the fuck? So I think
same vibes.
Yeah, it's the same shit. I mean, really. It's not the same story, but it's the same vibe. Exactly. It's like warm, but also creepy. And yeah, I think... Is it a musical too? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, God. You know, I've only seen it once, so I really can't say
I don't know
with
if
any
it is
certainty. But I do remember thinking there were some scenes where I was like, oh, wow, this is a lot. Kind of like in this movie, I always am like, that is disgusting when Oogie Boogie gets unraveled. I'm like, holy, this is like genuinely disgusting.
I know. Ken Page put his whole Kenosi into his character. The voice is so good. Like, he killed it with Oogie Boogie for real.
But also, like, even as a kid, I thought, this is weirdly sexual. Did you think that?
Yeah, because he has a fucking foot fetish, dude.
He has a foot fetish. He ties Santa Claus up with, like, his arms above his head. And he's like, ooh, I'm going to get you. And I'm like, what is going on
like,
here?
Tiptoeing his way, and he's just, like, kissing Sally's leg.
Very sexual in a strange way.
It is. It's very odd. But, yeah, I guess I never really... Well, when I was watching the movie, I was like, what the? Because he was immediately like,
a straight perv.
Her fucking Sally toes. And I was like, nothing wrong with that, but I'm surprised.
But you don't know that woman, and she's not consenting.
Yeah, no. It was very odd. Very, very odd. But I do like the Frankenstein's monster element situation.
Oh, yeah.
And he...
Dr. Finkelstein.
Yeah, and he literally has an Igor.
Yes.
Like, literally named Igor. So interesting.
And he got Sally fucked up. He is so mean to her.
He's crazy and scary as fuck.
God, I feel so bad for Sally.
His voice is so good. He also is related... Let's see if you know the voice of this guy. He's also in a Christmas movie that you watch yearly with your family that you told me about. And it's Dr. Finkelstein.
Is it Christmas Vacation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I don't know.
It's like the uncle with the toupee.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
His voice is so...
Victor? I don't know.
Yeah, his voice is creepy.
Yeah, wow, that makes total sense.
Yeah, I was
kind of sounds like that in Christmas Vacation. Now that you point it out.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, exactly. I forgot to mention that before, but yeah, it's an interesting Christmas connection.
Wow.
Also, at this time, there was nothing like this before.
No,
nothing.
There really wasn't.
Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Like, I don't blame anyone for being so fucking into this movie because it was so... I'm sure, again, feast for the eyes. Like, no wonder Ebert was, like, obsessed. He's like, what the fuck?
Like, this is fucking sick.
It's crazy. Like, it's still so hypnotizing.
Mm-hmm. And I think kids really appreciate it when they're trusted with more adult themes or things that are scary. I think they feel like, wow, like, thank you for trusting me to handle this shit.
Yeah, because it really, like, it's creepy, but it's not, like...
It's not crazy.
No, it's not, like, gory.
It's not Don't Look Under the Bed.
Bruh, that's on a different level. We're not going to get into that again, but you guys know what we're talking about. Also, I wrote this down in my notes. I said, I never thought about this before, but the whole goal of this town is to make a banger musical number every year on Halloween.
You're right. That's what they live for.
That's the That's the whole goal, is just to make a musical number one time a year.
Along a similar vein, I wrote that I love how the central conflict is Jack being like, this Halloween shit too easy.
Yeah, he's like, I'm bored.
Yeah, he's like, God, I'm just the best. What do I even do?
He's like, no one is going to compete with me. We're doing the same shit every year because I'm the fucking shit. Like,
I'm just so fucking the GOAT. Like, I can't even wait. It's all like, old as fuck.
What do you expect me to do? What am I supposed to do? Bang, bang. Easy. I also wrote that jazz guy that plays saxophone. He was like, nice work, Bone Daddy.
I love how he calls him Bone Daddy. I'm like,
so
damn. All right, Bone Daddy.
Oh my God, yes. That's what I'd call him, too. I get it. I also wrote that I think Sally helped me become more of a witch when I saw this as a kid, because she's all about, deadly nightshade, witch hazel. She's, like, mixing shit together, making potions, like... seeing, like, having visions, like, she's just very fucking cool.
Yeah, she's a seer. She sees symbols and signs of what's to come.
Yeah, and I feel like that I resonated a lot with that as a kid, and I was like, ooh, that's what this is. She's cool. So, love her. Obviously, she's so cool.
There was a throwaway line by Santa that brought up something that I kind of want to rant about.
Ooh.
And when he gets kidnapped by the children, he goes, naughty kids don't get presents. And I just really hate how we've made up Santa as a connection to, like, if you're good, you get material objects.
Yeah, morality.
And if you're naughty, then you don't get shit. And it's like, okay, then by that logic, all the rich kids are more morally superior to the poor kids because they're getting more presents? That's fucked up.
Or they think so.
Yeah.
They think they're more deserving.
I deserve it. Yeah, it's like, do you?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
But, okay. No, yeah, that's so true. That's so gross, and... no wonder there's, like, not a whole lot of self-worth a lot of the time with kids who grow up in poor situations.
Right. Like, it's moralized.
Yeah.
And the holidays. And it's like, it's got nothing to do with Christ. I don't get it.
Literally, capitalism and, like, morality are, like, tied together.
With, like, a weird god like Santa that sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. It's like...
which is also a threat.
Exactly.
Like, what?
Yeah, it wasn't enough to make a god that's always watching you. You gotta throw Santa Claus in there, too.
Yeah, who's like his little fucking page boy supreme. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love the mayor. He says this amazing line that I'm like, yes! He goes, I'm only an elected official here. I can't make decisions by myself. I was like, oh my God.
The mayor is like, yeah, he's a clown.
He's so funny. He has the double face.
Mm-hmm. Two-faced politician.
Yeah, and his, like... worried face is really cute and funny. It's so
and
cute.
Yeah, he like clearly is just like riding Jack's coattails and does not know what to do.
Not at all.
In his absence.
Can't make any decisions by myself. I'm like, yes.
Or when he's going around and falsely telling everyone, the Pumpkin King's been blown to smithereens.
I know, like, why are you lying to everybody?
Stop.
You don't know where he's at, bro. Why are you lying?
You're inciting panic.
Of course. So yeah, basically after that, he like walks in the forest after he sings this song, and then he goes to Christmas Town, and he's like, holy shit, and he's like re-inspired, and his whole big plan is, I'll just kidnap Santa and I'll take over. And it's like,
wow. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good plan, bro. Mm-hmm. Not. But that shows his overconfidence, because he was like, I fucking killed it at this, I'm gonna kill it at that.
Yeah, and the whole thing is Sally trying to be like, you're wrong, please stop, you don't know what you're doing, you're ruining everyone's lives.
As always.
And he's just like, la 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 la, I'm the best, baby.
I'm like, hey, how about listen to logical women?
Okay. And Santa does say, he's like, you should listen to her. She's the only one who makes sense around here.
He does say exactly that. And he's just like, oh, whoopsie. And it's like, you fucking idiot. Love you, but you're a fucking idiot.
And even Santa looks a little creepy in this film. He's got like weird teeth and like crazy eyes.
Even Ebert said something along the lines of like, you wouldn't recognize Santa without his like Santa gear, which I think is so true. Yes. He does not look jolly. No. He doesn't look sweet. He doesn't have a twinkle in his eye.
He has gone through a lot though.
Yeah, he's literally kidnapped and taken to another world where it's like scary and
tied up in a
different.
BDSM lifestyle by a fucking bug creature.
Non-consensual BDSM lifestyle. Yeah. Yikes. And then he comes back and he's like researching all the shit. Like, why do they do this? Why do they do that? And one of my favorite scenes of like that whole. Like, all the experiments you were talking about earlier is when he squishes the holly berry.
Yes, it's so satisfying.
Like,
why is it satisfying?
I don't know. It's like, it's almost like the same thing as those like pimple popping videos.
Ooh, maybe that is it.
It gives you like the
Something
same,
about it, like,
like you hope it happens and then it does, and you're like
wow, like, satisfaction.
No, it's something. What is wrong with us that we like shit like that? I don't know why I love it so much. Also, when Sally gives him like the basket, she like sends it over. And he opens up the bottle of, like, I'm assuming it's wine. And then, like, the butterfly cloud comes out. I'm like, oh, my God, what
queen.
a baddie. She's so cool. And then I don't have many more notes after that.
I'm pretty much out of notes. The only thing I have beyond that, let me see. Oh, it's just that during Poor Old Jack, the song we were talking about, it is a very good example of how to deal with failure. Mm-hmm. He's like, you know what? I tried something. I fucked it up.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go back to what I'm good at, and I'm still a boss.
Yeah, that's actually funny that you mentioned that, because my last note is my big takeaway from this movie for the first time ever, because I guess I never really thought about it, which happens a lot with movies that we cover. But I wrote, the big takeaway that I took from it was, even if one fails at a great quest, the effort is still worth it.
Yes.
And sometimes that failure helps inspire what you're really meant to ultimately do.
Mm-hmm. Or help you get out of a rut, because, you know, we're meaning-making creatures. We always wonder what if, and it's not always bad to explore that.
Totally.
You know?
And he did. Mm-hmm. It didn't go like he wanted it to.
And it reignited his passion for what he had been doing.
Exactly. He was like, well, maybe this doesn't work, but maybe, you know what? I can look at this a different way.
And he says, this has taught me new ways to scare the pants off of everybody.
There you go. And then he got, you know, a great love out of it. It made him realize things he was too blind to see before. You know? I think it has a really good message.
Daddy.
Bone Daddy, baby. I love him so much. He's so cool.
He is the coolest.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Well, you ready for some trivia?
I'm so ready. Here we go. Uh-oh.
What's the first holiday icon kidnapped back to Halloween Town?
Oh, Easter Bunny.
Correct. What does Dr. Finkelstein give his second creation?
Half of his brain?
Correct.
Okay.
This one's kind of tough.
Okay.
Which bone does Jack throw for Zero to fetch?
Fuck.
It's like a second, so if you missed it.
I know. I can picture it in my mind. I was going to say rib. I don't think it is.
That is correct.
Really?
Rib bone.
Ooh, very Christ-like.
Mm-hmm. This one's tough. What are the names of the 3 Oogie Boogie little children henchmen?
Fuck, I don't think I know.
They only say it a couple times, and I actually only remember this because of the video game, because they're like big characters in this level.
I don't remember at all.
Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Oh, there we go. Okay, and Shock is the girl.
I think so.
Yeah, okay. I remember that.
And then lastly, fill in this blank. Nothing's more suspicious than...
I don't know.
Frog's breath.
Oh, frog's breath. Oh, yeah.
You liked frog's breath.
God damn it. I should have known that.
No, okay.
That's one of my favorite parts, too, where she opens the jar and the frog pops its head out. It's like, bleh.
And it like breathes all over her. I was like, nothing's more suspicious than frog's breath.
And she's like,
like, I'm a kidnapped woman. Fuck you.
I know. Go fuck yourself.
Okay, let's see if we can find a good quiz. I'm sure there's one.
Guaranteed.
There's
Hot Topic approved.
And there's a BuzzFeed one.
God, yes. BuzzFeed. Sponsor us.
Okay, this is a good one. My dog continues to bark. Okay. Number 1. Are you naughty or nice? Oh, wait. No. This one's kind of weird because it's like sliders.
Oh. Like it tells you how much of each you are? Or?
Yeah, like you're supposed to rate yourself on a slider, which is not fun for the audience. However, Disney has its own character rating.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. On a scale of a puppy to zombie, I'm a puppy, the elderly. It's a 0 puppy, 1 the elderly, 2 black cat, 3 raccoon, 4 crow, 5 bat, 6 spider, 7 zombie. What the hell?
I think I'm probably a bat because I'm very nocturnal.
Makes sense. Okay. My trick-or-treat stash is filled with candy corn, gummy worms, licorice, cookies and cream, sour candies, raisins, mints, or lollipops.
Sour candy.
Mm-hmm. I know that's right. Pick a spot to sit and think. On a balcony, in my car, in the tub, in a cave, under a tree, in my laboratory, at a cemetery, or in my armchair?
I'm between my car and my tub because I very often rot in my car for like 2 hours without realizing it. But I'm going to say bath because I take nightly baths. So
And that's where you're thinking.
that's where big thoughts come to play.
All right. The best Nightmare Before Christmas song is Kidnap the Sandy Claus. What's this? Sally's Song. This is Halloween. Jack's Lament. Oogie Boogie Song. Dr. Finkelstein Song. Or Don't Make Me Choose.
Jack's Lament, baby.
Wait, Dr. Finkelstein Song. I didn't have that on our list. I don't remember that one.
I don't know what one that is.
Anyway, the best word to describe my Halloween costume this year is cute, comfy, crafty, crazy, casual, creative, clever, or creepy. These are all C's.
Well, for ours, I would go...
Which one?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking the one from Wayne's World, I guess that would be... What was it, like comfortable or something?
Comfy is an option.
I would say comfy.
All right. The absolute greatest part about Halloween is haunted... I like how these are all
I know.
Haunted houses, everything. The tricks, the treats, pumpkin carving, the decorations, the colder weather, or it means it's almost Christmas.
Colder weather.
Colder weather. Eek, I just heard a strange creaking noise in the house. I turn on all the lights, scream in fear, investigate cautiously, panic, set a trap, ignore it, confront it, scare it away.
I would say confront it because I always do light some sort of like incense or something, and I'm just like, away, beast.
Away, beast.
Like I acknowledge it, but I'm like, please leave.
Beat it, yeah.
I don't need you here, my dear.
On the scale of naughty to nice, I'm invented nice. Oh, I invented nice. I'm the nicest. Nice 90% of the time. 50-50. Nice. No naughty. No nice. Who cares? Naughty 90% of the time or the naughtiest.
I want to say the naughtiest because I think it's funny. So I'm going to say the naughtiest.
I think a fun adventure would be visiting a new town, spending the day with my best friend, sledding, breaking rules, scrapbooking, going for a drive, playing games, or tinkering.
Spending the day with my best friend.
Adorable.
Like we're doing today.
Yes. In my holiday stocking this year, I'll likely find knitting needles, a deck of cards, lumps of coal, books, candy canes, glasses, the very thing I wanted, or a red nail polish.
I'd probably say a red nail polish situation.
Yeah, it's a great stocking stuffer.
It really is. We all could use some, you know?
Oh, pick a quote. This is good. I can't make decisions by myself. Bark. I am the shadow on the moon at night. I had the most terrible vision. We'll have conversations worth having. 3 of a kind. Just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I can't believe it. Haven't you heard of peace on earth and goodwill toward men?
I'd say I had a vision.
I had the most terrible
vision.
You are Dr. Finkelstein.
You're fucking lying. What the fuck? Because I said I'm the naughtiest?
You're a little misunderstood, but you top everyone in inventiveness. Keep your chin up and try not to drink any mystery stews, soups, or brews.
Great.
I'm sorry, you seem real hung up about it.
Yeah, who likes fucking Dr. Finkelstein?
Asshole.
He sucks.
You're not Dr. Finkelstein. This quiz is wrong.
Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
On a scale of puppy to zombie, I'm a puppy, the elderly, black cat, raccoon, crow, bat, spider, or zombie.
And do raccoons because they have the cutest little hands.
I do love raccoons. My trick-or-treat stash is filled with candy corn, gummy worms, licorice, cookies and cream, sour candies, raisins, mints, or lollipops.
I'll do gummy worms.
Ooh, yeah. I love a good gummy worm, too. Pick a spot to sit and think. On a balcony, in my car, in the tub, in a cave, under a tree, in my laboratory, at a cemetery, or in my armchair.
In my armchair.
Yes. The best Nightmare Before Christmas song is... Do you want to choose?
Jack's Lament.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully I don't get Dr. Finkelstein because of it.
No, I think you're probably not going to say, I'm naughty, so...
No.
The best word to describe my Halloween costume this year is...
I'm going to go with creative.
Creative, K. It was creative also.
Mm-hmm.
The absolute greatest part about Halloween is haunted houses, everything, the tricks, the treats, pumpkin carving, the decorations, the colder weather, or it means it's almost Christmas.
And costumes is not an option?
I know, I would have chosen that too. That could be the tricks, though.
I'll do the decorations then.
Decorations.
That was an option, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Eek! I just heard a strange creaking noise in the house. I turn on all the lights.
Ignore it.
That's a good one. On the scale of naughty to nice, I'm...
Oh, I know this one. Who cares?
Who cares? It's amazing.
I love that.
Good one. I think a fun adventure would be visiting a new town, spending the day with my best friend, sledding, breaking rules, scrapbooking, going for a drive, playing games, or tinkering.
Going for a drive.
I do love going for a fucking drive. In my holiday stocking this year, I'll likely find knitting needles, a deck of cards, lumps of coal, books, candy canes, glasses, the very thing I wanted, or red nail polish.
I'm going to be optimistic with the very thing I wanted.
And pick a quote. I can't make decisions by myself. Bark. I am the shadow in the moon at night. I had the most terrible vision. We'll have conversations worth having. 3 of a kind. Just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I can't believe it. Or, haven't you heard of peace on earth and goodwill toward men?
That one.
I knew you were going to do that. You're Santa Claus.
What?
Bringing joy to people is your job, and you're really good at it. You're great at keeping lists, and people know you as being fair, thoughtful, and jolly. I mean, that is true.
I do like keeping lists, too.
Yeah, you do.
My life is a series of lists.
That's true. So, you are the good old Saint Nick, and I'm a fucking asshole
Kidnapper, abusive asshole.
Kidnapper.
It's not true. I think it's just because you said you were the naughtiest.
I just thought it was funny. Doesn't that count for something? No, I'm just kidding. I'm like so angry.
Haters.
I like
all
flip
of you.
over the table.
Wow.
Yeah, I think, well, I would say I'm Sally. I don't even think I'm Sally, because I think Sally is, like, way cuter than I am in that way.
Excuse me?
Well, I just mean, like, she's very, like, oh, like, I'm not like
she's
that.
a little submissive.
Yeah, what?
Maybe
But-
you're more like Sally than
In
you
the, like, in the bedroom, perhaps, but otherwise, I'm the absolute opposite. Absolute opposite. But anyway, I don't know who I would be. I don't know. That'd be good food for thought.
I think you're Jack Skellington. You're the main character, baby.
Oh, stop.
Pumpkin
Go on.
Queen.
I'm Mrs. Claus. Stacy Santa Claus?
She's in it for like a second, isn't she?
Yeah, for like a split
Did
second.
she like call the police or something?
Yeah, that's something like that.
Something like that.
If you guys can think of what character I am from that movie, please let me know and let Stacy know who she is.
Because it ain't Dr. Finkelstein.
Because it's
okay?
We
demand a recount.
I am so mad about this. I'm just trying to be chill, but like that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. No. But anyway, yeah, Christmas is in a couple days, y'all. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We hope that you're all just staying warm and comfy and making an effort to be with the people that you love and care about.
Yeah, and if you don't want Christmas season to end, guess what? We're going to bring you one last episode after Christmas to bring us into the new year.
That's right. And this is one that I've been begged to watch for years.
You've never seen it?
And I had never seen it.
Oh my God, I'm even more excited now.
I can't wait to tell you the story of why I've been begged to see it.
Oh my God, yes.
For a while.
I cannot wait.
Funny. But it is A Muppet Christmas Carol.
So good.
And yeah, so that's going to be the next movie we watch, and we hope that you guys will watch it and get prepared for the next episode. But we love you so much. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Love you.
And we love you so much. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Thank you to our amazing editor, Anthony, Grady for our amazing theme song, and Whitney for our beautiful cover art.
If you have questions for us or would like to advertise with us, please email us at blockbusterwives@gmail.com.
And as always, please rate, subscribe, and tell all your friends about us.
We love you.